Welcome to Hero Machines, where we explore the incredible tools and methods that help people work smarter with wood and timber. Today, you'll see an amazing journey, from felling trees on steep hillsides to splitting logs with clever, powerful machines. These are the skills and techniques that have kept homes warm for generations, and they remain just as important today. Whether you've worked in the woods yourself or simply appreciate the craft, this video is made to bring you both knowledge and a touch of nostalgia. Felling trees on level ground is challenging enough, but imagine doing it on the side of a steep hillside. Here, every step, every movement, and every cut carries far greater risk. A tree that falls the wrong way could slide, roll, or break apart, creating danger not just for the operator, but for anyone working nearby. This is where modern forestry machines step in, bringing precision and control to a job that has tested human strength and courage for centuries. These harvesters are specially designed for steep terrain. Using powerful winches, anchors, and stabilizers, they secure themselves against the slope before making the first cut. Once in position, the operator extends the hydraulic arm toward the standing tree. The grapple head grips the trunk firmly, almost like a giant hand, holding it steady as the saw blade comes to life. With a single well-measured motion, the machine slices through the wood. Instead of crashing unpredictably to the ground, the tree is guided and lowered with surprising grace. For those who remember cutting trees with only an axe or a two-man saw, this may seem like a different world entirely. Yet the principles remain the same: planning your cut, predicting the fall, and respecting the immense forces at play. The difference lies in how today's tools give workers the ability to apply those age-old principles in places where human strength alone would never be enough. On a steep hillside, gravity is always against you. The ground is uneven, footing is unstable, and a log can gain deadly momentum in seconds. By using machines with winch assist systems, operators can stay safe inside a protective cab, while the machine absorbs the strain of the terrain. This reduces fatigue, prevents accidents, and ensures that valuable timber can be harvested even from challenging landscapes. But even with advanced technology, the mindset is no different from the old days. Never rush a felling job. Patience, observation, and preparation make the difference between a safe operation and a dangerous one. Whether with axe or harvester, every logger knows you must work with the forest, not against it. What's remarkable here is how engineering has amplified human wisdom. These machines show us what's possible when careful planning meets mechanical strength. They remind us that innovation isn't about replacing tradition, it's about building upon it, making an ancient craft safer and more efficient for the next generation. Once trees are down and cut into sections, the real work of preparing firewood begins. One ingenious device is the screw-type log splitter. Instead of a wedge pushed by hydraulic power, this machine uses a large rotating screw that bites into the wood. As the screw pulls itself deeper, it forces the log apart, cracking it cleanly into pieces. For anyone heating with wood, splitting is the step that makes firewood manageable. Using a tool like this saves time and energy compared to swinging a heavy maul. But caution is important. Always keep hands clear and make sure the wood is firmly positioned before letting the screw do its work. This design shows how even simple mechanical principles, like a turning screw, can make tough jobs easier. Another fascinating approach is the flywheel-driven splitter. Instead of hydraulics, a massive spinning wheel stores energy, then releases it in a powerful strike to split the wood. It's like having the swing of an axe multiplied many times over, all packed into a machine. For older generations who split wood by hand, this is a modern echo of the same idea, using stored energy to break apart stubborn logs. The key here is rhythm. Feed the machine steadily, one log after another, and let the flywheel deliver consistent power. This kind of splitter is especially effective on tough, knotty wood that resists traditional methods. It reminds us that no single tool is perfect for every job, but each method has its place. Here we see a clever, low-cost design, a mechanical splitter that works by pulling a lever. Instead of using motors or hydraulics, it relies on leverage and simple mechanics. The user pulls the handle. A wedge presses into the wood, and with each motion, the log cracks open. This approach is perfect for smaller jobs, or for people who prefer a quieter, hands-on method. It doesn't require fuel or electricity, just muscle power, multiplied by smart design. For many folks, especially those who enjoy working at their own pace, this kind of splitter offers a satisfying middle ground between the axe and the big machines. It's a reminder that ingenuity doesn't always mean complexity. Sometimes, the simplest solutions are the most enduring. Finally, we arrive at a more industrial design, a robust mechanical splitter that uses rotating parts to force logs apart with speed and efficiency. Its moving arms grip the wood firmly, while the splitting mechanism tears through even the largest rounds. This type of splitter is made for volume, for households that rely entirely on wood heat, or for those supplying firewood to others. Watching it work, you can appreciate how much energy it saves compared to swinging an axe for hours. For those who grew up splitting wood by hand, it's astonishing to see a machine do the same job in seconds. From steep hillsides where trees meet their first cut, to the backyard where firewood is split for the hearth, every step shows how tradition meets technology. These machines aren't just tools, they're extensions of age-old methods, making the work safer, faster, and more efficient. We hope you enjoyed this look into the world of timber and firewood preparation. If you did, stay with us here at Hero Machines for more journeys into the tools and techniques that shape the way we live. And remember, whether you're out in the woods or simply enjoying a warm fire at home, it all starts with the skill and creativity behind the cut.